Oops. Okay, sorry about that. Right, today as you can see, we have here Overlord Venus with us right in front of me, like here. And then we also have his book, the cover of I Hate Systems. So there are a total of 4 covers or 5 covers. Yeah, every chapter for this short series that we're doing will be changing the cover. So this is the very first cover according to him. And I Hate Systems is Overlord Venus's one of the more popular works, I guess. And he really wants me to read this because it's basically brain cell killing, shitpost, and all the things that are, you know, he just wants to see my reaction. So we'll get to it. I have been not wanting to read it for the most part because first and foremost, it's very web novel style. I don't like 100% web novel style. Secondly, Overlord Venus has a way of writing that infuriates me. So I am very reluctant to read this. But because he has been a very wonderful co-host for the stream so far in the collaborations, I decided to, like, you know, do this short series as a, like, payback, kind of like payback favor to him. So without further ado, I shall unmute myself and get Overlord Venus to explain a little more about the inspiration behind his most popular work, I Hate Systems. Alright, come, introduce yourself.
Are the introductions done?
Yeah, I'm very fast.
Oh, okay, that was very quick. I was just like, okay, I just need to the YouTube channel and like hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Alright, introduce yourself first. Who are you? What do you do?
I am what you call puny big fish writer on Webnovel. I'm the king of the bottommost niche.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like making up stuff, but yeah. So if anyone is watching, I'm Overlord Venus. I basically write stuff. Typically, anything that is not sci-fi, I just write parody of the popular genre. And I Hate Systems is one of them. Yeah.
Okay. I Hate Systems is like coming to a close now from what I see. It's 1,111 chapters. Or has it ended already? Not yet.
No, I 20 chapters left.
Oh, 20. Okay, fine. 20 chapters. Okay, sure. Right, so I'll just go into like the synopsis of I Hate Systems over here. The links of this book is in the description for anybody who wants to check it. Right, synopsis: talent, unnecessary, wealth, doesn't matter, brain, eat it. This is a very caveman lingo and very web novel type of genre synopsis. Even if one of the greatest of gutter trashers with 0 redeemable qualities, as long as they had a system, they are bound to reach the pinnacle of life. Compass, I don't know what the fuck this name is, something something. How do you?
Carburetor.
Carburetor. What the hell is a carburetor?
It's a part in a car that mixes oil and fuel.
What?
I mean, like air and fuel. So that is the reason that cars can actually run. But yeah, it's an outdated concept. Nowadays, there are no carburetors in cars. It just directly mixes.
Okay, why do you choose such a name for your main character?
I was pretty annoyed when I was writing this. Like usually in every novel there is like this main character, his name itself relates to some kind of legacy. So just like the name itself, it carries some weight. I was like, I just want my MC to have the most dumbasses of name possible. So I was like, yeah, it's fine. So I took inspiration from the England cricket team. So the cricketers there have the most wonkiest of names as possible. So there one guy is called Cook, one is called Trot. So they just like make whatever stuff they can and name them. So I was like, okay, I'll just name similarly. That's why Compass Calculator was born.
Okay, fine. So Compass Carburetor. He's a dirt poor orphan with absolutely zero qualities, who managed to reach the peak of the business world by the age of 35 while relying on his money-making system like a blinded barnacle. I'm like, Venus, what is with this, the tone of it like freaking changes over here, but at the peak of life, he was betrayed by his system. Like, the author is definitely not mentally sound when he wrote this. That's all I can say.
I was very like when I started writing IH systems, like if you were to see the web novel ranking itself, like almost all were systems. Every single novel.
Yeah, that's true.
There were at most like 1 or 2 novels that were not systems, but they just like appear in the ranking once in a blue moon, and then this. I was like very like until then I was like I'm a pretty ardent reader, right? So I want to consume good quality books. Like in my opinion, system books are just trash. Like no matter how good the plot is, like once you introduce a system, it just becomes a basic power scaling.
Okay,
mechanic.
it depends. It depends. If the system gives them a buff, that's not as interesting. But if the system gives them a batsu, that is interesting.
No, like the moment I see a system, it's a turn off for me. Like you if you can create anything else to like restrict the MC, like there are like millions of options and even more based on what you think. But like the system is the most cliche dumb thing.
Okay, what about
I was just like that much irritated by them at this point. That's why I'm just going to like bash systems. Every single thing,
different kinds of system. Okay, there are the level up systems like solo leveling. There are the systems like the online grocery shop. You know those kinds. Like they are not the same, right? And then there are the batsu systems. So is it absolutely every kind of system that you hate?
Yes.
I will fight you.
Every single one.
I will fight you.
And I think by this point I have bashed every single system possible here. Every system novel trope I have bashed here. This is pretty much a parody at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna like challenge someone out there to write a system that Overlord Venus will kind of like. Because honestly, there should be one kind of system, at least one kind of system out there that you will definitely like. For example, pet shop system, maybe. Like, Pokemon trainer, but pet shop system, like the cute stuff coming in.
Until now, like I have read a lot of system novels. It's not like I'm just like blindly hating them. I have read a lot of them and I still hate them. Like in my opinion, it's always like like the reason I have read such stories is because they had a solid background.
Potential, right?
Number of characters, a lot of potential. So I'll be like, okay, so if I were to give a score of 40 out of 100 for this novel, the moment you remove a system and you make everything else logical, the score will automatically jump to like high 70s. So like those were the novels I enjoyed. That's only because the world itself was as lucrative with or without the system.
Okay,
so if it was without the system, it would have become even better.
No, the problem here is not the system. The problem here is that it's a skill issue. The writers who made it were not actually making the story engaging enough. They are just using systems as a way to push plot. That was the problem you found. I don't think it's the system's fault. It's the writer's fault.
I think if you can make something decent, you won't be relying on it.
No,
a system is just like
it's a feature. Correct. The system is kind of like a feature. It's not a plot portion, but a lot of writers.
Okay. So as a feature, like if it's like a VR mechanic, a virtual reality game world, then it's fine. Like everyone has that system. So at that time, it's just a power mechanic. So it's not like just one person is getting this benefits. Everyone has plays by the same rule. In that case, it's fine. Like everyone else is a written, does a really good job at it, and then Legendary Moonlight Sculpture does a spectacular job of it. So yeah, there are like good ones, but in those, it's they were like the previous version out of which systems were born. So yeah, actually, systems were also like born as a parody of the game literature.
Somewhat, because systems were taken from gaming concepts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I understand that. I don't think it's the systems part. I think it's the writer skill part that you're annoyed with, not system writers. It just happens that system is very popular among writers because it's easy, right?
Very easy.
Yeah, you don't have to
write a
think
system
much.
novel.
You just have to like do something and then it levels up and then you become OP and then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay. No, that's not the primary reason system novels are popular. It's because, okay, suppose you make a plan, right? And you make a scheme. And the main character the scheme you made is so good that the MC cannot break out of it. So basically, you wrote yourself into a corner. Normally, a decent writer would figure out a method to ensure that the MC gets out of it naturally,
Yeah.
or like within his capital. There is no Deus Ex Machina type of things. The system here is there to ensure this. Like the moment the MC is like a really complex situation where he can't get out of it easily,
He just
the system
brute
just
force.
drops. Yeah, it just gives him a power up randomly.
That's why I say
Yeah,
it's
so-
not systems
yeah.
problem, it's a skill issue.
Yeah, the thing is, any decent author, if there is no system,
He
he
can
would
still
have
write the book.
thought of something and still, like, he would have written it a lot better. Like, the reason I hate system is not just because system itself. I feel like they just dilute the like level of quality a novel. Even if it's a trash novel, if you add a system, it becomes even trashier. A great novel becomes just a good novel the moment you add a system.
I think you're just
yeah.
biased. Because
I don't care
you're
at
just
this point.
biased.
Like, I can read any novel that doesn't have a system and enjoy it.
Yeah, but you're just biased.
Because like for a long period of time, I had hope that at least like one system novel would be good for me. But I have read a lot of them, lots of novel chapters of them, and always like I have been disappointed. Like they have an easy crutch at them at their disposal. So most of the time, if in a situation the system just comes to save the MC, that's what I hate the most.
Okay, I will recommend you
that
that.
crutch is not there, then yeah, like the author will actually think of some reason. Even if it's like a Deus Ex Machina, at least it might be somewhat creative.
Have
It
you
won't
read
just be-
systems that are non-ML?
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
Yeah.
You sure? Romance systems, not ML systems.
The romance system I have read around like 30-40 novels.
Okay, a
Not
very
much,
very
yeah.
famous one is a scumbag villain. That one's BL though, not really FL, but it's BL, but it still uses
Okay,
system.
I haven't read any.
Yeah, okay.
PL novel.
So I would recommend if you really hate systems that much in the ML section because of all these skill level issues, go to FL.
Okay.
It's used differently. It doesn't have all the problems that you're talking about. Okay, some of it, like for example, the bitchy kind of FL, yeah, avoid those. Go for the wholesome ones. The BL systems, they are really good. I don't know about Pupa though. I wouldn't recommend Forever Pupa's works. Because he is really, he doesn't write from the heart. But those FL authors who write from the heart and they use system, you can see that it's used really differently.
Okay, recommend me like one or two. I'll just read it later and see if.
You read it later.
Yeah.
Do you even have time?
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, see, like I'm more of a reader than a writer. Like I want to write, but I read even more. So I'm a voracious reader. Like you just give me a pile of books, I'll just sit in a corner and I'll read for days. I'll even forget to like drink water or eat. So
Yeah.
I'm that type of guy. So yeah.
I can't send you other people's work, but I can send you mine. And I've only written one ever romance system. It's not actually a system, it's a ghost. Okay. Right. But I think you're just biased. Yeah,
Okay,
I still think
is
you're
there
biased.
not a chat space?
What?
I mean, like one reader asked about it.
About what?
There is no chat space to comment him.
What chat space? What are they talking about?
I don't know. Wait, I'll just talk to them.
Mine is a subscriber-only chat. If you wanna know, it's only subscribers.
Okay, I'll tell them that.
Yeah, the reason is because there are too many people using bots to spam, like rate my channel spam, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so I turned on subscribers only for chat.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Maybe they have the story.
Right, it's fine. So I'm gonna move on. I still think you're very biased, but I'm gonna read the brain-killing materials that you insist that I should read, even though you know absolutely that I'm gonna hate it.
Go and see what you have to say about it.
I'm gonna hate your I hate system so much, I swear to God, because this is absolutely 100 web novel trash.
It is supposed to trash.
I know,
Yeah,
it's supposed to
yeah.
attract the regular web novel readers, right? But you know that I don't like this kind.
It is written for those who are like fed up with the web novel things.
Yes,
So
but you're writing it.
this is like a parting gift for them.
You're writing it in a web novel style though.
No. This is like a gold among trash. That's the difference.
Yeah, why the fuck are you giving me trash to read? That's why I'm like, give me something good. You haven't actually made anything good that I like except for like the last stream. It's just the tip of the iceberg that I like. The tip of it, you know. You haven't given me anything really good goal, you know. The kind that I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna like share this to the whole world and force them to read it with a gun to their head. No, you haven't given me anything like that. And now you're like giving me a mountain of king trash. And I have to read this.
Yep.
I'm gonna hate you so much. Chapter 1, Betrayed by the System. 37 paragraph comments. Why? All the people are like, wow, this... Okay, whatever. Someone who understands so much power with no conditions is a lie. What? What are they talking about? Okay, and then there are so many people in the comment section who are just like a know-it-all. And then there are so many shit posts. Why is your book so much shit posts?
Where are you even checking? Comment section or paragraph comments?
Paragraph comments. There's so many shit posts. Just the chapter itself, 37 paragraph comments. So many shit posts. Like this guy, Madame Nigel, it says, everyone and their grandma hate systems. Thank you. Finally, an original line was put out there. What?
Okay, that was code on in the app. You can have a code under the cover, right?
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like if you open the app, the first page is basically if you have the cover, and there will be a code. Like all contract novels can customize that code.
I see.
So the first code that I put was everyone and their grandma hate systems.
So that was you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's why they are commenting that okay, this is the original.
Okay, right. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna start. Sir, an actress turned show host spoke with sparkling eyes. You have inspired millions of entrepreneurs around the world, starting without a penny to your name. Today, you have become the richest man in the world and is also the world's largest electronics and weapons manufacturer. How does it feel to reach the pinnacle of success at the young age of 35? By the way, 35 is not young. Haha, good question. Seated opposite to her was a young man, seemingly in his early 20s. Based on his appearance alone, possessing an aloof gaze with a humble demeanor, he was a man with weight to every word he uttered. To others, my life might seem like a success story, but I'm just another human with human needs, wants, and fears. Due to my busy schedule, I cannot even have 3 meals per day. Right. Upon seeing his mildly pained expression, the host lady became sad. To think that even the richest man in the world feels the same as us. Can't say I'm not overwhelmed by this notion. Despite my monetary wealth, I'm not but a human, the man smiled. I'm not but a human, the host lady muttered with an enlightened gaze before announcing with a loud voice to the audience. That's all, everyone. Give a round of applause to our chief guest, vtuberwriter. 74 paragraph comments here. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the MC's name, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, everyone is basically trolling the name here.
All the shit
comments.
posts.
That's why, yeah. That's why there are so many comments. I mean, like my highest liked paragraph comments are here. So, even like a single comment has. Yeah.
This guy literally put gay Roman gif in the pic then, like better than biggest dickers. Where the oh my god. And then there are like all the emoji things and all the GIF things and oh my god. And then this guy, Dinosaur Cowboy, he was like ignoring the name. The interview was max 30 seconds. And then someone, why is this like a thing? Like everybody is copy and pasting this. Dad, why is my sister's name Rose? Because your mother loves roses. Thanks, Dad. No problem. Compass Cuberator.
This was a popular meme of a guy, a father naming his son Goku.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So that became a meme. Like they fought. And then the guy had custody over him, and the child is asking, "Why did you like? Was it worth it?" He's like, "Yes, Goku." So yeah, so some guy did that, and it became a very viral meme. And to this day, that's why everyone is using.
Okay, right. So that was the 74 paragraph comments too. Right, continuing. The seated audience gave raucous cheer and the sounds of clapping filled the studio. The interview was being broadcast through all major television channels, reaching the eyes and ears of more than 1 billion people. The chief guest, Compass Cuberator, gave a polite nod to the host lady and got up from his seat, exited the place accompanied by a couple of his bodyguards. Seeing his swiftly leaving figure, the lady host sighed in disappointment. "Aw, I wanted to get her number." Or his number. Leaving the studio, Compass Cuberator boarded his bullet and bomb-proof car, headed towards the airport, entering a route maintained exclusively for him. Then he boarded his private jet, watching it take off from the window. Hello? Like, where is your sense of pacing? This like, I don't know what to feel. The pacing is just so off. Bro, were you on crack? Were you on crack?
Yep. Isn't it obvious by now?
You didn't even hate Chop. There was no hate to Chop. You didn't even hate Chop. You just rolled it down the bowling alley.
Yeah.
There's no chopping involved.
Yep.
Okay. So, would you like a drink? The hair hostess pushed forth a tray outlining a limited edition collection of the most expensive red wine in the world. Sure, Compass Curator nodded, watching with a smile as the air hostess poured him a glass and left, knowing very well that he only drank a glass per day. Okay. Once the air hostess left, there was only him in the cabin. Peering through the window, he saw a sea of clouds, raising his glass as he spoke. A great day must be accompanied by wine. Then he brought it close to his nose, sniffing it once to take in the aroma, pristine, elegant, the wonder of human civilization. And then I hate you because you put all this nonsensical system stuff with all the sound effects like Webnovel trash. Ding, host status intoxicated. Ding, removing alcohol intoxication. ... He then brought the wine glass closer to his mouth, intending to take a sip when he inhaled by mistake, taking in the aroma of the wine pristine, elegant. Ding, host status intoxicated. Ding, removing alcohol intoxication. ... He then pinched his nose, smirking as he brought the glass closer, taking a sip. Pristine, exclamation mark, close inverted mark. Ding, host status intoxicated. Ding, removing alcohol intoxication. ... I give up, he grunted, placing the wine glass on a nearby table sign. Why has my alcohol tolerance never improved? Ding, replying to host, it's your body's disposition. You can improve your alcohol tolerance by taking some of your body management points from the beauty section and placing them in alcohol tolerance section. Okay, this is the system talking to him. Ding, you don't have any free body management points. It's fine, Compass Curator sighed. A healthy, strong and handsome body is infinite times better than a body with alcohol tolerance. Ding, as you say, host. Pull up the system interface. Upon his command, a screen flashed before him, displaying everything he had obtained today. Ding. And then all these are like just system dumb trash to put in word count here. I hate you.
It appeared once. That's all.
That's too fucking many. Listen. Ding, money making system level 6, host, cuberator, compass cuberator, race, human, physics, health level 10, strength level 10, dexterity level 8, stamina level 7, intelligence level 7, cognition level 9, natural recovery level 6, 5 senses level 10, resting level 10, skills, logic level 10, bargain level 10, money sense level 10, profit acquisition level 10, leadership level 8, higher bargain level 4, merchant level 8. Upon seeing the extent of his growth, Compass Curator was giddy. I'm getting more powerful and richer with every passing day. Holy fuck. Recalling his appearance from when he was a student to his current peerless handsome self, there was barely any resemblance, and their character and disposition were heaven and earth. From rash, good-for-nothing student with zero excelling fields to the owner of the largest conglomerate on earth, we've come a long way. Everything's thanks to you, money-making system. He smiled, watching as the passage of cloud from the windows, noticing a grand landmass be revealed under, oh my god, English. System begin upgradation. Is it even upgradation? Upgrade, no? He commanded.
No.
Commanded.
It's
Ding replied to host. System upgradation from level 6 to level 7 will take 7 hours. Do you wish to comply? Yes, begin upgradation. Compass curator nodded, hearing a beep sound as something within him seemed to have been switched off. When he first obtained the money-making system, everything was irritating, but now they were his ASMR. Fuck you. The reason he was intimidated by the system was that when he was upgrading, all his skills would become inactive. This meant that he wouldn't possess any of the abilities he normally would wield through the system. This would prove to be dangerous if he engaged in any deals or talked with the client during this time. Without his skills, he was almost useless against the cunning people he dealt with on a daily basis, which means he's kind of trash. So only when he had enough time to rest and was upgrading the system Only when he had enough time to rest was upgrading the system feasible. And since he dealt with clients from all around the world, he never had a fixed schedule for sleep. That's why he had upgraded his resting to level 10. The maximum limit was currently level 6. Wait, what? The maximum limit in the current level 6 money-making system. This way, he was able to remain fresh with the minimum most sleep. English. At level 10, he only needed 3 hours of sleep per day to remain perfectly fresh for the rest of the day. Once the system upgrades to level 7, I'll unlock food-related abilities to upgrade my physique further, he muttered, watching the jet exceed the layer of clouds as the vast stretch of land was outlined beneath. It was a private island that was situated in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, a landmass that spanned a radius of 30 kilometers, and this was his private property. The place where his factory, office, etc. was located. It sounds like Singapore-sized. As everything was in one place, and since it was situated in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, he had never any problems with security. And since the island was self-sufficient, all his employees lived on the island, forming a bustling metropolitan city. As it was an artificial island, it was equipped with the state-of-art technologies, keeping the place free from pollution. Carburetor Island. 28 paragraph comments. Why? Oh my god, the first one was carburetor cocaine. What? And then what is with Crapland? Oh, someone dissed you. Gojo Sensei 441 says, seriously, you should have used some other name. The author has no naming sense. I mean, do you think the author has skills based on what you've just read? If you think there are any skills applied in this writing, it's a shitpost kind of standard. You're in the wrong place for expectations. Whoever this reader is, they're asking for it. Okay, and then, yeah, but basically all of these people are just like trying to backseat you. Either backseating you or just having the time of their life. Someone read this as Carburito.
This is more like a troll now, so everyone is just trolling.
Yeah,
there are some serious readers who are like awkward by the name.
I know.
Because it's a dumbass name. But yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, but
like it is supposed to irritate others. That's the reason
it's like this. Whoever wrote serious comments here trying to give the author tips on how to write better. Those people need a life. You never be serious on web novel. There is no seriousness in web novel. It's mostly trash. Yeah. It's a good place to start when you are new and you have nothing else to do or lose, cause you can't get any worse than at the bottom of a ladder, right? But once you actually climb out of there, it's best to move away from here. And this guy, he's a troll. And he also liked the troll name. He has a troll name. He's like, I used to touch grass. It's the reader's name.
Yeah, that's the target base for this.
Yeah. I think you succeeded with this. But I really hate it.
See, when I had a lot of hatred built up within me by this point. So I had to like cough it out, and this was the product.
Are you proud of what you made?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like now a lot of people are also angry because of it. So I'm happy.
I'm gonna disown you. I don't know you as a writer. You're not a writer in my eyes. Nope. You actually created trash like this and you are proud of it. Nope.
Yeah,
I can't. I can't deal with you.
Whether it's trash or gold, I'm always proud of.
That's Venus.
See,
You have a very
if I were trying to craft a masterpiece and it came out trash, I obviously won't be proud of it. But yeah, this came out exactly as I intended, down to the last dot. So yeah.
okay. I mean, if it works for you and you can do it, I can never do this kind of thing. I swear, I would stab my eyes out if I were to, like, you know, have to edit this. Imagine when you editing it and then you have to read through all this and you're like, oh my god, this is trash. You, like, for me, I can't leave it there. I have to change it. I would delete the entire chapter and rewrite it.
It depends if your frustration is not to a certain level. Like when my frustration was so high, this was basically my elixir.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When my frustration is so high, I literally cannot write. I
just
will
poured
go
my frustration
out,
out.
like swim 20 laps or go downstairs, run 5 kilometers. Yeah, that's me. I literally cannot write when I'm frustrated. I look at the page looks at me, and the page says, "Fuck you, writer. Get alive." And I'm like, okay, I will get alive. I cannot. I can't, like, you know, rent the words in like this, you know. If it's for myself, yes. But if it's towards other people, no, it's not possible.
Not like that. If I'm frustrated, I'm definitely pouring all my frustration to it. So I like, if I'm frustrated enough that I'm feeling more frustrated when I'm writing something, I know for a fact that when readers read it, they'll also be frustrated.
You are
So-
very petty. Oh my god.
Yeah, of course.
I knew you were petty and that you were a little bit, like, you know, not on the offside, you know, and like, you know, shameless, but like to this extent?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, maybe this is what it requires, you know, to succeed. Like, some people need this in order to be successful. I just can't. I'm not gonna be successful that way. I can't. I literally can't. I'm like a lighthouse, you know. If anybody needs help, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, step on me, get a hit, you know. I'm okay with that. But you're like the bitch, you better come down now, and then you drag them down with you. Yeah. Feels like that's you.
See, sorrow is meant to be shared. That's my motto.
It's completely opposite for me. Oh my god. I say things like turning the tragedy into a comedy. That's what I do. I translate tragedy and turn it into comedy for other people, right? And you're like the, since I'm miserable, nobody can be happy. You're that friend.
See, I am miserable, so I am pouring out everything on the chapter. So, like, once you read it, you'll obviously be the same as me. But
No.
the choice is yours.
No,
So
I
I'm giving
literally,
the illusion of choice there. That's the
I'm
difference.
not even wanting to read this.
You have already started. You have no other choice.
If not because of you co-hosting with me for like the longest time, yeah, I would like, yeah, fuck this shit. It's not even gonna make it to my list.
We are getting to the good part. It's, like, the propaganda stuff starts from next chapter. This is just the intro, so you have
I'm
to
only
grip to it.
halfway through the freaking intro and I want it off myself. I should have done 2 hours of yoga earlier so that I don't have to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna continue. Carburetor Island. Named after his family name, it was his home. Once the private jet landed on the airport, his team escorted him to his home. Until now, he was all smiles and giggles, but once he entered his home, he noticed the lifeless atmosphere within, immediately turning sullen as he asked his assistant, "Where is Stencil?" What the fuck is Stencil? "Sir, she's still in school. It will take her 4 more hours to return home," his assistant replied. "Alright," he sighed. Heading to his sofa, he sat on it. Looking at the picture frame nearby, in it was his family photo, consisting of his parents, his wife, his daughter, Stencil. So his daughter is literally called Stencil and he is called
Yeah.
Compass. Compass and Stencil. It's his.
Yeah.
And someone in the comments in here said that I bet his wife's name is Paper. Oh my god. You literally go with like the eraser theme, huh?
Yeah. So, like, when I wrote it, there was a geometry box lying next to me. So I took inspiration from it.
Yeah, I can't. It's like, it's very hard to relate that you're the guy who can play with erasers for hours. Yeah, makes sense now. Okay, I see the theme coming out. Unfortunately for him, 5 years ago, when his company was in a dangerous conflict with another company that operated in the same business field, they had clashed, and his foes targeted his family that had been on a holiday trip. His daughter had been the sole survivor, but she had lost her right arm in the process. Even though he had invested tremendously in the bionic arm technology to fit her with a hand that was almost the same as her original, the scars of that incident never healed. Even though he had caused his rival company to go bankrupt and jailed everyone responsible for the death of his family, he was left with a hollow heart. After all, despite his revenge being successful, his family couldn't return. He had hoped upgrading his system would one day allow him to revive his wife and parents. That was his only hope. Now, Stencil was his only family, his only driving force. It made him realize that money and power were only the means to an end, not the principal wants of a human. Feelings, the familial bond, was what made the greedy beast a human. I better complete my work so that I can spend more time with Stencil when she returns. Compass Cuberator accompanied his assistant and headed towards one of his R&D facilities. This was where the research was being conducted on a groundbreaking weapon technology. The skyscraper was fully dedicated to creation of this weapon. More than half the floors were just equipped with a supercomputer and the components necessary to keep it functional. Arriving at the basement, Compass Cuberator looked at a shooting range where a team of scientists were huddled around, calibrating something in a giant screen. Upon seeing his arrival, the head scientist smiled. We were just about done, the world's first evergreen gun. Evergreen gun? Okay, I don't know what that is. Show me. Compass Curator approached a table where a bunch of machines was scanning a delicate-looking gun. Appearance-wise, it was plain-looking. Scanning a delicate-looking gun? Appearance-wise, it was plain-looking? Okay, moving on. The barrel and the grip formed a perfect L. There was a trigger attached to it. Overall, it didn't have a cool or breathtaking appearance. It had an ivory appearance, sleek to the design. Upon touching it, Compass Curator was satisfied. Does it have all the specs I specified? Yes, the head scientist explained. The entire model is made purely from carbon and carbon-based products. It is solar powered and takes around a day for full charge. After being charged, it has enough power to shoot 24 bullets. The bullets are launched using the railgun principle. He then boasted with a smile. The nozzle can suck in the air and filter in only the carbon and carbon-based products, and it processes them internally to create bullets. Everything is automatic. It takes an hour to create a bullet. They are rectangular in shape with sharp edge, and a minute after it is launched, the bullet sublimates into the air, leaving behind no traces. The magazine holds 6 bullets. The barrel only spanned a length of 20 centimeters. Overall, it was a small gun. The head scientist laughed as he spoke. The gun weighs 250 grams, and when we did the impact testing, it hardly suffered a scratch after we dropped a ton of steel on it, from a meter high. The bullets are launched at speeds only below the speed of sound, and the perfect accuracy range is 50 meters. Beyond that, the accuracy drops by a centimeter for every meter in length. Moreover, its internal air circulation system absorbs all the knockback from shooting. Once the magazine is emptied, it expunges the air that had absorbed all the shock. Overall, this is the perfect self-replenishing gun and never requiring any maintenance or supply. Even a child can shoot it without feeling any wrist or arm pain. In the future, this would change the tide of the war. The head scientist spoke, looking at Compass Curator. Please do the honors of naming it. Enthuzoa. Okay, what? Enthuzoa, Compass Curator said after staring at it for a while. I feel the name is apt for a weapon of such caliber. What is Enthuzoa?
I think someone might have set the meaning in the comments. I think I forgot.
Okay, I'm like scrolling down.
Uh,
What is?
It's Greek for some plant, I think.
Huh?
Yeah.
Flower
Trolling the
animals.
readers at this point. That's the reason for such a name.
How many?
Okay, it's
leaves?
flower animals.
Oh, okay. It's called flower animals. Okay. Right, you should have just like, I don't know, keep to the theme or something. But this gun scene is so freaking random in the intro after all the hate chopping. You should have just like deleted the first half of it, or like summarized the first half of it, and then just skip right to this thing.
It is supposed to be random.
It is like, what is going on?
Usually like system novels, they just focus on some random aspect and then they make it sound really inspiring.
I would have dropped after the first 3 words, to be honest. I was like, what am I reading?
This is not like meant for readers like you. This is meant for the system-loving readers.
I don't know how people can follow though. They're just like, okay, and then they like kind of meme through it, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's the only reason they are reading it. See, the thing is, like, I hook in them with the way, the memes and stuff, and the wonky stuff, and overall, the story catches up and it gets in. So yeah, because like this entirely, like I'm basically throwing hatred towards the system. So if it doesn't start like this, then yeah, no one will be.
Yes, but what about the tragic story of the bad character that nobody cares about? My family died, my daughter lost her right arm, I'm doing all this for the sake of, you know, revenge. That part didn't quite fit.
It's like I'm just like throwing the basic lore of these things. So yeah, this is how like system novels typically start. So I was like very vexed about this.
Really? Is this how it truly
Yeah.
starts?
Yeah, see, they were like, there's usually a thing called show, don't tell, right? Here,
Yes.
for system novel, it's tell, don't show. So you just
No, as
tell,
in like, does it always have to start tragically? That's the question.
yeah, like, it's basically a Naruto symptom.
Naruto
So-
symptom.
Yeah.
Not everybody
So-
is often, you know.
But the thing is, majority of some novels have an orphan, or no, basically they might have like a younger sister just to act cute. So that's an entirely different. So here also it's the same thing, right? He has one family member left, so he'll be focusing all his focus on protecting the family member on that one person. So it's easier to move the plot forward because obviously the villain will capture the family member. So if he had suppose like 10 family members, so you will need 10 villains, right? And even if like one or two dies, the impact won't be strong. So it's like the high stakes relationship.
Okay, this is a very
Yeah.
calculated but shitty move. Alright.
Yeah.
Moving on. He then grabbed the gun, walked towards the shooting range, and made a couple of shots, nodding in praise. Incredible, peerless wonders of modern science. But I mean, like, okay, a shooting range, grab the gun. That gun is like a real gun, isn't it? It's like, hey,
Yeah.
are you sure it's just a shooting range? He would have.
Railgun only as strong as the amount of electricity you pass through the rail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the amount of okay, so you have seen the railgun that the US Navy has, right?
It like cuts through a country or something.
Not
Mountain.
It cuts through a meter block of steel, around like 15-16 blocks of steel. That is very high penetrating power. But the amount of power it consumes is enough to run a city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's very high.
Okay, we can see your engineer side coming out
Yeah.
through this, like the description of the gun and whatever. Yeah, I was like, this is definitely info dump. But all the
but the
gun
thing is,
nerds
it's
would
not
like it.
penetration power that is the most powerful thing here. It's the thing that it can just suck in air and create bullets.
I honestly don't know because I'm like, you know, this is not my area of expertise. I don't even.
Okay, just think you're in a zombie apocalypse, right?
Yes.
Resources are minimal. So if you have a normal gun, it's only as useful as the number of bullets you have, right? So, but with this gun, you just have to be in the sunlight. It will make bullets on its own, and once it's ready, you just bam, 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 and then it'll recharge on its own. So it's like
Okay.
a self-replenishing gun.
Isn't that what an air rifle is?
For air, you need. It's not strong also. It's neither strong nor does it have the enough power to like actually harm someone.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say I hope this stays in your book and never anywhere else in reality. Cause if it is there in reality, you know the first person to get this will be me. Flawless murder.
Yeah.
And the first person I'm gonna kill might be you.
Hmm. Okay, I was happy until you said that.
Hey. You should have seen it coming though.
Yeah, I saw it coming from a mile away, but I was like, I'm more than 1,000 miles away from there. Nothing will happen. Yeah, I had that confidence.
Yeah, okay. It shows that you're getting to know me better if you saw it coming.
I mean, like, by the time you come here, you'll probably be kidnapped like 20 times. So,
Okay, right. So how much more? Oh my god. Okay, a little bit more. I can do this.
yeah.
Right. Okay. He then brought the gun back with him to his house, even though the head scientist wished to stop him. He didn't have the guts to do so. Watching Compass Curator play around with the gun as he returned home, he placed it in a holster attached to his hip, checking out his appearance in the mirror as he laughed. Upon hearing the bell ring, he checked the time, beaming with a smile since his daughter had arrived. He waved his hand to the assistant, telling her to remain in her position as he hopped around in joy, opening his door to greet his daughter. Oh my precious, 7-paragraph commands, I'm not gonna check that. Though just when he was about to hug her, the world turned black and white as time seemed to have stopped, and unlike the usual tone, something seemed different as he heard the notification from his system. Ding, money-making system has successfully upgraded to level 7, returning to system world now. Alright, so that's the end of the chapter.
Plot from the next chapter. This is basically tell of filler.
It is literally a chapter that you can just scrape.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So basically, guy has system, guy abuses system, guy has family dead, only daughter survives, guy likes daughter a lot, guy has gun, guy wants to play with gun, guy wants to play with doctor, system upgrades and system fucks up. Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh my god, okay, I'm like scrolling through the comments, not the paragraph comments now, just to see what it is. Oh my god, Fixton actually donated something. Okay. It's a lot of gifts and a lot of puns, a lot of memes and what is going on? Okay. Alright, and then there are a lot of readers just trying to be like 5-headed, like, oh, I can predict what's gonna happen next. Okay. I wish you can...
The thing is, none of the predictions came true.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, correct. I'm like, knowing Venus, this probably isn't it. You are thinking too much. You should think less. You should think in negative. Go the other way around, you know? Like... Yeah, they think too much, like way too much. Yeah, and then like the other part of the readers are just like naming sense. All the reactions about your naming sense. Yeah, okay. So that's all for chapter 1. God dang it. I hate you so much. I wish I had the gun though. Just like pew, pew, all the way to India. Sniping you. Right, do you want to add anything towards the end of chapter 1 before I conclude this brain dead stream?
I think like the actual story starts from chapter 2. This is just for memes. Yeah.
I hate you so much.
This is just me venting out my frustrations with the system novel.
Yeah, but the fact that people actually state more than this chapter is just like a what the fuck? And then it has...
The thing is... Okay. So the thing is, if you were to compare this with the normal system novel, the writing here is already way better.
Are you sure?
And this... Yeah. So normally I won't even write like this. So this is the first time I experimented in typical web novel tell don't show style.
It's the ding money making system. Ding, ding, ding. Oh my god, that was so annoying.
Yeah. It is meant to be annoying.
Okay, right.
And the more annoyed you feel, the better it is.
Are you sure chapter 2 is going to be easier?
Yeah, over time it.
Okay, I will come back next week.
But every time there is an annoyance, it will be cranked up to the extreme. Yeah, so it's like that. This is a propaganda novel. You can't expect anything like normal or a pleasant read.
Okay, sure. Alright,
Yeah.
I will give it a chance to see next week. If it still kills all my brain cells, I will like, you know, send you sleepers. Send you sleepers.
It probably won't kill your brain cells, but yeah. There are a lot of good stuff also. I mean, good stuff in the sense that debatable stuff.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I will take a look at those though. By the way, this guy right now, why is the first book cover more handsome than the second one?
The artists are different.
Oh,
The second book cover was made by the artist that did my comic, the Rage of Calamity one. So yeah, he had a typical drawing style for the face. The first time I saw the face, I was like, okay, I like this guy is supposed to be the most handsome man on the planet. So why is he looking like this?
Yeah, he looks.
Even after a lot of changes, the end result was that I was like, okay, I just like give up.
I see. Right. I think of all the covers that you sent me so far, I still like the first one best. This one, the current one.
Yeah.
Even though it's like the trashiest first chapter I've ever read.
Yeah.
But yes, this cover is really good though. Who is the artist?
The artist was some Indonesian artist. I don't even know her name. Like it just cost me $30.
30 for this quality?
Yeah. So I was surprised. And if you say that is another cover for my Psychic Parasite sequel, that is very high quality and just cost me $40.
Ooh, okay. Right.
Yeah, and the last two covers of Aitsuji that I sent, the golden one, right?
The one's a bit strange.
Yeah, that one cost around how much? It cost 2,000 rupees. $25.
Okay, but it's really strange though. It doesn't give the very web novel style theme.
Yeah. It's not a web novel by that point.
It's
only web novel style in the first volume.
Honestly, if you just change it back to the first cover, I think it would be good.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, for the most of the readers that are reading have already caught up to the final one.
Okay, maybe after you end it, after you end, you change back, and then you're like, the time to reread.
Yeah.
The first one's really good though. Wow, $30.
Yeah. Now, like another author asked the artist name. I was like, okay, I don't remember the artist name at all, but I know her real name since I have the records in my PayPal. Yeah. I give you a real name. You go to Indonesia and search and totally find it. The problem with the Indonesian artists is they are cheap. Their quality is very good, but the thing is they always tend to ghost you.
Ghost?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
So yeah, even this person. So for the second cover, like I messaged it, there was no reply.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all the social media, Instagram, Facebook, Discord. Yeah, and for the second, the $40 cover also, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thankfully for the latest cover, it's from an Indian artist. So thankfully he hasn't ghosted me. I have made like 6-7 covers.
I think Facebook and WhatsApp are more popular for Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thailand as well. Like, you know, when I worked in the Japanese company with the Thai manufacturer, we had to like exchange emails to confirm stuff, right? It took us 1 year, literally, because that guy would not answer for like 2 months. But when we had the call on WhatsApp and we sent messages to WhatsApp and stuff like that, it was so fast. It was like simple.
In India also, it's like most of the people, like my generation and all, they use Snapchat. So yeah, I was like, I couldn't even understand. Like I never downloaded Snapchat or never used it. I was like, why are you even using it? Even Instagram these days, I'm just there to like gain inspiration for covers and art styles. That's all. I just follow like 500, 600 artists. That's all. Yeah, that's the only reason I use Instagram. As for Facebook, I have some groups there. So like mostly to recruit like artists and stuff. That's where I find that.
True. Right. So yeah, I'm not a social media person either. Dang it. Right. So I will conclude this stream here and try and not die. I'm so freaking tired. But yeah, I will come back next week with you. Maybe we revise the stream timing a little bit. Yeah, to do the reading chapter 2. I think it will be shorter. I saw like briefly scroll down, it was shorter.
Just like 1,000 words.
Yeah. Okay, I can definitely manage that. So yeah, we'll find a time next week to do that. And then after that, the game that you want to play off stream, let me know.
Yeah.
Right, second channel. Okay.
Whenever you're free, just like ping me.
Am I free?
That's it. Like usually, if I ask you, even if you're not free, you make time.
Yes, correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
It's
If
not like
you
you're free,
ask.
but you make time for that.
Correct, correct. If you ask, then I will make time. If not, I am
Yeah.
not free. I have like so much to do.
Yeah.
Because especially the second channel, remember I told you
Yeah.
all those collabs. I still have the horror stream. I'm about to die. I might just do the horror stream like now. I have no idea. Yeah, but let me conclude this stream first. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna mute on Discord first while I do the closing, eh? Alright, say bye-bye to my stream.
See you next week.
See you next
More
week.
torture is awaiting this week. So yeah.
Annoying. Alright, so that's all for me today. Thanks so much, guys, for joining. I hope that you didn't kill any brain cells because I killed mine for you already. But yes, this is a preview of how 100% web novel style kind of looks like. According to Venus, it's not the worst, but in my opinion, it's not the best either. You can leave your opinions on what you think this is like gonna be, and check out the book. The link should be in the description below. I did update this. Yeah, he said that the chapter 2 onwards, it wouldn't be that bad. And knowing Venus, when he said not that bad, I'm gonna have to mentally prepare myself a little bit for that. Yes, because from all the streams that we did previously, the WSA challenges, okay, maybe it's not very his element, but even so, I've read some of Venus's stuff before this. It is okay. It is not like the great, but the Venus style is definitely there. So I'm hoping that I will find something in there to like about it, but I honestly think there is nothing to like about this. It's just frustration, and Venus knows that. That's why he wants me to read this with him on stream, just to, you know, get my reaction and get under my skin. Yeah, okay, that's the kind of friendship we have. Okay, so that's all. I'll see you guys next week when we actually get together again. Do check out his work, especially the WSA one that should be in the descriptions as well. That's all from me. I'll see you guys again next week. Goodbye. Bye.